Okay, folks, so welcome to the final part of the final round of the 2018 Blues Belt Classic. I am your host, Tenacious Earl, and I will be here until this closes out, God willing. I took a little bit of a break. We had a nice dinner and a couple drinks, and I wanted to make sure I was relatively clear-headed in order to finish out this tournament. I want to make good decisions. Well, maybe not good decisions, but decisions that I think are decisions that a golfer would make. Sometimes they could be a little gutsy. Other times they can be a little timid. Other times they can be a little dumb. But in any event, we will get right to it here. So here you can see the leaderboard. Gareth Leonard, before we left our last part, took the lead with a 9 under par score for his tournament so far through 8 holes. And then you got Yun Lee Song, who started day 1 back, still 1 behind, but tied with Trent McAdams. Rance Aberley, who started tied for the lead, is 2 behind Leonard. And then you've got Jay Laufenberg, Heath Summers at -6, and then those behind, Darren Sears, Mateo Soto. They're going to need some serious, they're going to have to play some serious golf here to try and get back in this on a windy day at Southern Breeze Golf Course in Memphis. So I'm not going to describe 13 to you because Luke Henneman and Nate Killow are both out of contention. We will just roll. This is a normal hole, and that will be birdie for Killow. Henneman, he's going to have a bogey. Okay, so to 12. Now, here we will take a look at 12. I didn't describe this before because that other group is being quick played. Water danger on the tee makes the golfer think twice about hitting long off the tee. So 56 and 66 are water spots on the course card. 4 degrees of difficulty, and it's going to be Darren Sears off the tee first here at the 12th. And it'll be 23. He'll be in the rough with his approach shot, so he'll have to get up and down for a par. And then 2 is Darren Sears, a master recovery guy. He is not. His card is right here. Oh, I need to show you guys the full screen. My bad. His card's here. He does not have any recovery metrics at all, so he will have a moderate putt for par. In this game, a moderate putt for par is a 1 to 5 on a D6, and he is successful in holing that out, so he will remain at -5. Jeremiah Mays is at -1. He is well behind. He is actually almost on the outs, and he can't really use chips here to gain control. He's just going to have to hope for a 1 or for a good roll. 55, he just misses the water. Semi-daunting hole means that with the decide or die, it will be daunting, and so this is probably going to be a tough result for him. Par 4, 3. It's a daunting hole, means it'll be a clutch putt for bogey for him, and I think he's going to drop out of contention with this. This is the 12th hole. That would put him 9 back with 6 to play. So clutch bogey putt, he's going to go ahead. He doesn't have any other reason to use the blue chip. He'll make himself gold. He does make the bogey, but he is going to drop out of contention. We will put him with Killow and Henneman off to the side, and because he is now at even par. Freddie McCoy is right on the edge of it as well. So now we go back to 11. Another tough hole, semi-daunting par 3. Island green, and it's going to be Mateo Soto, who is 5 back, -4. See if he can find a magic roll here. 146. He does get his own control. Is he utility? Because it's windy, all golfers are duffer and utility. So he is utility. He's going to have to get up and down using the short game check. And a 1, if he's soft, and he is not. If he were soft, he would have a chip in. But instead, he will get a pin shot here. We re-roll white. And it's a 6. He's going to have a difficult putt for par. And that is 1 to 3, and he misses. So now a moderate bogey putt, and he makes that, but he will drop to 3 under. With 7 to play, he's 6 back, so that's not looking too good for him. Looks like he's on the way down. Heath Summers, 3 back, -6. And a 66, he catches it heavy, and it's going to fall into the lake surrounding the green. And so Heath Summers in trouble here. Number 3 is he icon. He does not have, he is semi-icon on his card here. There's a little dot in front of his icon. There's no decide or die dot, so he's not an icon. He's going to have a moderate putt for bogey. See if he can get up and down here. He needs a 1 to 5 to maintain -5. And he does. But back-to-back bogeys for Summers, and the 11th claims a victim here. Okay, back to 10. Laufenberg and McCoy. It'll be Laufenberg first. He's got a red chip. He also, him and McCoy are both extra control. The 4 gives him control, and he gets the 4. So 4-6-6. See if that can help him at all. Laufenberg, 4-6-6. Shaper. He is a shaper. He's going to erase this red chip with a good drive that gets the gallery to cheer. And so now we check 4. Is he? Oh, he is utility. Moderate putt for par. So the utility check whacks him around here. So moderate par putt. 1 to 5. Oh no, and he misses that. So now an easy bogey. Laufenberg gets burned by the wind. That's called wind burn, right? Back to -5. The only guys that haven't really gotten affected too much by the wind here are the leaders. So Aberley maybe a little bit, but we'll see if any of those guys get knocked around in the wind. Okay, Freddie McCoy. He will earn a blue chip by going with patience and taking a par. And he will remain at -1. He's 8 back with 8 to play. He could have tried pushing his luck there, but instead he wants an extra chip. So, all right, back to 9. Leonard, the leader, and Yun Lee Song looking to close out the front. Not an easy par 4 here, especially the green. If the hole gains control, there will be an extra degree of difficulty to anything that isn't clutch. So, and the hole does get control here. 56 in the sand with the tee shot. Par 4, 1. Leonard is not chunky. He's going to get a wow roll. Now this will downgrade his... Whoops, that's a 1. This will downgrade his... I think he could still have a chance at the eagle, but if he gets a 1 here, he gets a 5. So that will go from a moderate to a difficult birdie putt. So he needs a 1. He is going to lag. The leader lags, and he ends up with a gimme par, which he makes. So 1 under par on the front for Leonard, and maintains his lead of 1 over his playing partner, Yun Lee Song and Trent McAdams, although Lee Song still to play the hole here. And that'll be 45. Golf Cam course. And a 2. Cordial, no. Daunting, no. It'll be an easy putt for par. Actually, no. Make that moderate because of the exclamation mark. So he's got to avoid a 6. And that is a par. So they both have identical front nines. Lee Song and Leonard are both 34. And every whole score is exactly the same for them. Both birdied 7, parred the rest. Okay, so Aberley and McAdams. Aberley has the honor, and the par 3 8th. No water here, and it's going to be 36. Oh, he's going to have a tough time getting up and down. He's going to have to hit his second shot out of the rough here. One, is he a workman? No, he's not. So he'll have a gimme putt for bogey. Tough break here. Aberley has been just getting the most horrible of luck, really, for the most part. And so he bogeys 2 in a row. He's going to drop to -6. McAdams, looks like this is turning into a 3-man race, although anything can change here. McAdams, 36 as well. Oh, boy, he's getting the same bad luck. He is also not a workman, so he'll have an easy putt for bogey, but with a 2. So easy bogey putt, and he does make it, but they will both drop. And so now the second group, Leonard and Lee Song, are in the lead. They have withstood the wind and other conditions. I'm going to get something to drink here, something non-alcoholic. If you hear noise, it sounds like a freight train. I have a child that likes to run matchbox cars and such around my kitchen floor. So that is what you're hearing up there. It's not any attacks by any foreign governments or, volcanic activity. If anybody follows the news and knows that that's going on in the world right now, that's not happening here, as far as I know. Well, Kilo here at a normal 4 is going to be a par for him. Henneman, that will also be a par. Okay, 13. Now we got guys that are playing this hole. Sears and Mays. Mays, we're going to fast play, but 13 is best approach from the left, but numerous sand hazards need to be accounted for. So, Sears at the tee. 4 degrees of difficulty here. And it's going to be 34. Golf Cam course. No daunting, so that will be helpful. 1 on a par 4. Is it cordial? No. Is he laser? He is not laser. So, clutch putt for par. And Sears is going to have to use his blue chip so he avoids... actually, he won't. He's going to take his chances. He will lose it if he misses it, but he'll get 2 if he makes it. 1 to 3, and he misses. So, a gamble. And he's going to bogey this hole. Easy bogey. But he kind of felt like he had to play that putt a little stronger. And he hit it through the break. So, let's see. Normal hole, Maze 3. That'll be a par. Okie dokie. Soto and Summers. It'll be... Well, both these guys are bogeyed the last hole. 12 here. Water. Sommers' ball has been a little bit attracted to the water here. This is Soto first, though. He'll have control. 3-3-5. Is he a king? No. Hero? No. Go to experience, and he's semi-prospect. With a dot, that means he is going to be prospect. This is going to hurt him with a 5. So par 4, 5, prospect, yes. double difficult putt for par. Horrible luck here some of the way. And so double difficult putt for par. He's -3. He'll try to make it. Needs a 1 to make this. And he gets the absolute worst roll he could get. So that leaves a difficult putt for bogey. And he misses that. Now a moderate putt for double. And he does finally make one. But a double bogey for Soto. 3 over on the last 2 holes. He's going to drop to -1 along with Freddie McCoy. And not looking good there for Soto. Let's see if Sommers can avoid the same disaster here. 13, he'll be in the sand with his tee shot. And then a 3, is he chunky? Nope. Well, he'll have an easy putt for par. Needs to avoid the 6s, and he does. So Sommers will remain at -5. Once we get through this go-around, we will be checking for any emerging contenders, and with the leaders the way they are, we may get one. Okay, so it'll be McCoy. Still in play here, this semi-daunting par 3. Island Green already claimed Sommers, but it will be off of McCoy's card. He has control, 144. Is he a champion? No, he's not. He's a hero, and he's also laser. So now, and his right now is neutral. But that's not going to help him with a 4. It's going to ask him if he's hot, and that means he's not. So double difficult putt for birdie. He is going to give it a roll here. He needs a 1 and the decider die. He gets the 6 and the decider die, so that's a not made. Now a difficult putt for par. 1 to 3, and he does make that. So a nice hole out there for par. He'll remain at -1. That's 8 back with 7 to play. Hi, Al. Happy Friday to you, too. Here is Laufenberg. So he has 1, 2, or 4 that could go in his favor. 2 does. 1, 1, 3. This might give him a chance. We'll see. Maybe a chance at a birdie here. 1, 1, 3. Is he a hacker? Oh, no. He's semi-hacker with a dot. Oh, he tap in putt for par. So we don't even have to roll anything. It's a tap in. And he misses out on the bad decider die. A lot of bad luck here for these guys. Okay, so the leaders currently, Leonard and Lee Song at the 10th, and Leonard still has the tee. Gotta avoid water on 15 and 33. 4 degrees of course control. And he's going to take his par and earn a blue chip on a white 6. So he will gratefully grab that one. And Yun Lee Song now. Four, it's going to be a 13 golf cam course with a 1 on a par 4. Is it cordial? No. Is he laser? Lee Song is laser, a clutch putt for birdie. Now, he doesn't have any blue chips, so he has a chance of picking up a red. Needs a 1 to 3 here, and he will join Leonard for the lead if he can get it. And it sinks in there. Lee Song moves to -9, 2 under par on his round, and joins Leonard in the lead. Lee Song looking for his 3rd victory here on tour this year. And Aberley and McAdams now, they're both cold as ice. Bogeys on back-to-back holes, and it will be Aberley first here at the 9th with an exclamation mark to remember. Making the putts on hole control 1 degree of difficulty tougher. 15 in the rough off the tee. He's going to have to scramble out of the thick stuff. 5. Is he a master? No. So he's going to have a double difficult putt for par. Aberley's difficulties continue. He's going to have to lag here. And he misses that. That'll be an easy bogey putt. And he'll make it. 3 bogeys in a row, 4 on the round so far. That's going to put him at 38 on the front, 3 over par, 5 under on his tournament, and the guy tied for the lead to start the day is just falling backwards. Trent McAdams. These two guys have seemed to kind of lose their mojo together here. And 23, oh no, McAdams finds the water. 23, he hits his approach and it goes into the pond, and that is a major killer for him. You could see it right as he hit it. You could see the doubt in his eyes as he just knew he didn't get all of it. And so let's see, how does he get out of this? Is he sunny? That's McAdams. He is neutral, not sunny. Moderate putt for double bogey. He still has a chance to triple this one. 1 to 5 for a double, and he does make that, but that's a horrible way to finish off your front 9. He birdied 3, but then 7 bogey, 8 bogey, 9 double, and he matches his playing partner with a 38, and he's going to drop all the way to -5. So this is beginning to look like a 2-man race. Leonard, Lee Song. All right, so we've got 2 guys. The leader is, we're going to say the leader that we check is at -2. That's Lee Song. He is the leader that came from farthest back. So this is where we need to check for an emerging contender or contenders. We go to this chart and we check to see if 2 or 4 under par, between 2 to 4 under par is only 1 roll. So we take 2 dice, and if it's in the teens in ascending order, then we get an emerging contender. And it is 14. Draw a golfer from the B+ group emerges as a contender. Okay, well, we got to dig out our B group. So where are you, B group? It's in here. Not B, B+, right? Yep. All right, so I've got to dig around here. So B+. And this is a rather extensive group here, so we're going to have to let me get this out of here. So I'm going to put them down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 golfers to choose from. I need my D20, so we can anything up to 18 will be used, and it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be the emerging contender. It's Danny Gallatin. We will put him right behind Henneman and Killow. Danny Gallatin is going to be at -7 right now, and so all the rest of these golfers go back into the pile, and he's going to play the 16th here. So give me a moment while I reset. So a little basically what this does is it says that while we were watching the other groups, this one golfer, Danny Gallatin, he started to put something together. And I also need to find his little marker here. I have one for him, I'm quite certain. It's a matter of finding it and not destroying the order that I have them in. Alright, so let me see. There he is. He'll be at -7. I've put these markers in alphabetical order, and it's a real, you can see here so far how many I have made up. I have quite an assortment here. Some of them, there are definitely some of them that have not been used yet, but okay. So, 2 strokes back, Danny Gallatin is sniffing around at the leaderboard here. And actually, he's on the leaderboard. And if he can... Hi, Mr. Moley. Fortunately, he's playing well because a lot of these other guys are not. So, we will go to 16. And 16 is a hole where maybe he can get a couple shots back. And, or get a couple more shots here. Let me see. Gallatin. I also have to figure out here, where would he have been? B+ with a target score of 71. We'll say he was at 208. So 208 is -2. He's -5 on his rounds. So he started at 208 -2. I'm going to mark that down. And I just made a mockery of that. So I want to make that a little neater. Okay. So we're getting ready to get back to the action here. A little bit of, what do you want to call it? Bookkeeping. Okay, so Danny Gallatin, his card's way over here, and doesn't have any blue chips, but he has a chance maybe to put a score in here and see if Leonard and Lee Song can avoid the win. Here we go. Gallatin on the 16th par 5, double cordial, friendly, uphill, but green within reach with 2 solid shots, birdied often, and it's going to be 1-2-2 for Gallatin. And is he a duffer? He is. He'll earn a red chip. Dang wind gets to him. Pop up a short off the tee. 1, is he master? No, he's not. Polite applause. So now we got to re-roll the white die. 2, difficult putt for birdie. Well, he's going to need a 1 here. And he gets it. A birdie for Danny Gallatin. And he moves to -8. And looking like maybe he will sneak in here at the end and maybe take a piece of this lead. Okay, so now we got to go back to 15. And these are players that are being played quickly. So it will be Killo first. And he, on a semi-daunting hole, he will bogey that. Henneman also bogeys. Now we go to 14, and it will be Mays also in the quick play. Normal 4 will be a par. And now Darren Sears out of blue chips. Par 3. Water on the right here. Got to watch out for that, and he'll get control. 366, par 3. Is he dynamic? Semi-dynamic with a dot. He is easy birdie putt. Got a chance to maybe get one back here, get back to -5. It's got a good run. Is it going to go in? Yes. In the hole. And we've got a log jam at -5 here. I'm going to do a little bit of jockeying of these cards because we've got a stack of guys here at -5 right now. Sears moves back there with a birdie. So, okay. To 13, Soto and Sommers. It's going to be it'll be Sommers because Soto double bogeyed 12. So this par 4, 422 yards. And 26, Golf Cam course. No daunting, no cordial. So 1, it's not cordial. Is he laser? Sommers is not a laser golfer. He'll have a clutch putt for par. He is gold, could earn a blue chip with a 1 to 5, and he gets it. So a par for Sommers. Now Soto, also gold putter. 13, rough 1, rough first shot, and 5. So master, not a master recoverer, so difficult putt for par. Soto -1. He's going to use that blue chip and try to hang in there. That would make it a 1 to 5. Oh, and he misses that. Well, he's going to drop out of contention. Easy bogey. 4 over on the last 3 holes, and Soto is out of contention. So okay, to 12. Semi-daunting, par 4. Freddie McCoy on the edge of contention. .56, and McCoy is no longer going to be anywhere close to contention, as that is in the water, and he is going to get at least a bogey here. First shot into the wet, and 3. Is he hot? McCoy is not hot, so moderate putt for bogey. Yeah, this is well, I'm gonna go ahead and offload both of his, so that'll make it easy, and then gimme bogey. He's not going to be using them anymore. So he drops to even, and we got 5 guys that are out of contention right now. And Gallatin, who's back, or has joined the contention group. So Laufenberg, and that was a white 5. So again, Laufenberg and McCoy, they were both extra control, but he doesn't get it here either. 14, bunker. Fairway, bunker, and a 5, sandy. He is not sandy, so difficult par putt. Went over the edge, that's right, Al. So, what did we say? Yeah, difficult putt for par, I think, is what I had just... He is not sandy, so difficult par, and he does make it. Okay, so your leaders, Leonard and Lee Song, hit the 11th. Tough stretch here. The middle holes are pretty difficult. Par 3, but Lee Song will be first as he birdied 10. Got to look out for the water here on the island green. And he gets control. 1 and 2, the golfer gets control. 3, 3, 4. Is he a champion? He is. That's an easy putt for birdie. He could take sole possession of the lead with a 1 to 4. It is rolling. Is it going to go? No. It hits the rim and goes 3 feet past. That leaves actually 2 feet past. And it's just a tapping gimme putt for par, and Lee Song almost had back-to-back birdies there. But now Gareth Leonard 36, and he just avoids the water on that in the sand. With a 6 roll, too, is not going to be easy. Is he sandy? No. Double difficult putt for par. He's going to drop into a tie unless he makes this. He will use his blue chip. He wants to hang on to that share of the lead, and that makes him difficult. 1 to 3. And he misses that. So now moderate bogey, 1 to 5, and he does make that. But Leonard goes to -8. And some of those guys that are back there at -5, Danny Gallatin, very happy to see that as it's posted up at the 17th. He's waiting to tee off there. And at the 10th, it'll be Aberley and McAdams. Both these guys have had disastrous front nines. And it will be Aberley first, earning the honor for this tee with a bogey at 9. So 15, and he finds water, and his implosion continues in the water. This group has been snake bitten, and a 3 is Aberley hot. Definitely not hot at this point, so moderate putt for bogey. So, moderate bogey putt, and he does make that, but 4 bogeys in a row. He drops to -4. He's 5 back, and now we can kind of rearrange these guys back to... Okay, McAdams now trying to avoid the same fate, and he'll get a chance at a par, which he will take with a white die 6. So, okay, let's give you a reset of the leaderboard. It's Lee Song, Yun Lee Song leading. Danny Gallatin, Gareth Leonard, 1 behind. Gallatin, he's going to post a score here probably, unless he runs into some issues on 17 or 18. Gareth Leonard also there at -8, but looks like the guys at -5 are somewhat running out of time. Okay, so tough hole here. Danny Gallatin comes to it, and right here's one he would love to see a white 6, but those don't come very often. When you need them, at least. They don't seem to. So 1 back. Here's Gallatin at the 17th. Hit too long from the tee, and you could end up in the creek. You can see here 35 is the creek. A smallish green guarded by a half-dozen bunkers. It's got an exclamation mark if you end up being on the hole control side of things. And he does 56 in the rough off the tee. He'll take that. Hits the rough, so it comes up short of the water. But now a 1. Is he a workman? Gallatin is not. So he has a wow chance with the green 1. So he'll earn a blue chip. That erases the red one he earned on the last hole. Now we re-roll the white die and see how he does here on this approach side. Of course, it's going to be downgraded by 1. It is a 4, so it'll go from an easy to a moderate putt for birdie. So he will try to make this moderate putt for birdie, 1 to 2. Can he join Lee Song at the lead? No, he does not. Just barely misses. And now he will have an easy par. Got to take his time. Make sure he finds his mark that he's going to aim at. And he makes it. So a par. Had a chance at a birdie there, but Gallatin still at -8. 6 under on his round today. So now we've got a bunch of guys that are going to come through here that are on quick plays. Double cordial hole here. Nate Kilo first. Double cordial 6, though. We roll the decider die to tell if it's a bogey or a par. It's a par for Kilo. We'll just roll at the same time. Luke Henneman, That is a 3. Without it, that's going to be a par as well. No decider die. Yep, Al just missed. Okay. So we've got Mays and Sears. Sears will go first. Scenic and potentially treacherous. Tree-lined fairway with water on the left. You can see here we've got 11 and 12 with the little droplets. Darren has to be careful. He'd love to get a birdie on these closing holes and get into that top 5, or make sure he's in the top 5 when he ends his day. That is a 26 golf cam course. Semi-daunting with a dot. It'll be daunting. Fortunately, it's a par 4 with a 1 green. That means it won't check whether it's daunting. It'll check cordial. It gives him a chance if he's laser. Darren Sears is not laser. He'll have a clutch putt for par. 1 to 3, he will make it, and he does. So earns a blue chip in the process of making his par and remaining at -5. And Jeremiah Mays is out of contention. Semi-daunting 2 is a par. So you have to pardon me. We have to do these out of contention guys just to make sure we're dotting our I's and crossing our T's. So now Heath Sommers at the 14th, the tough par 3 with water in play. Not daunting. Sommers is going to use a blue chip to take control of this himself. 2, 3, 5. I think this might be a short game check, but let's see. 2, 3, 5. Is he a champion? Heath Sommers is a champion. He'll have an easy putt for birdie. He's going to use his other blue chip. Make it. That'll make it a gimme birdie. Has to avoid the 6s, and he does. That is in the hole, so he will make it to -6 and get out of that foursome of golfers at -5. And now Soto, who is out of contention now. Normal 2 is a par. Okay, so Laufenberg and McCoy. It will be Laufenberg first. So here we go. Laufenberg, the par 4. Hole controlled 12. He is in the green side bunker. And then a 2. Laufenberg is not sandy, which sandy means that he is good at getting out of the bunker. So he doesn't have a chance at the pin. Instead, he just has an easy putt for par, which is all right by him in the hole. And now McCoy, normal 4 is going to be a par. Okay, 12. Yunli Song with the... Let me see here. Did I... Leonard started at -8 and he's at -8 now. So Lee Song with the lead, and here at the semi-daunting 12th. Sticky fingers, and he will earn a blue chip on an easy par off the white 6. So maintains his lead. Can Leonard tie him? 12, rough first shot, but he's got a green one that will be of benefit, I am pretty sure. Is he a workman? He's not, so he'll have a wow shot here. So has a chance at a recovery. He'll get a blue chip for a good recovery shot out of the rough. And a 3, easy putt for birdie. He's going to take his chances, easy putt, 1 to 4 in the hole. Keeps his blue chip, and he rejoins Lee Song in the lead at -9. So took his chances that would go in, and he drained it. So now McAdams, who finally got his act together, got to play this island green At 11, he hits his tee shot, and it will be off of his card, 246. Okay, see you, Al. I'll see you here in a few. 246. Champion or dynamic from McAdam. Semi-champion, no. Also semi-dynamic, no. So he's going to go to mood. Doesn't have a mood. 6. Par 3. Is he sunny? He's not. Going to have a difficult putt for par. In order to be sunny later, he will use his blue chip. That makes it a moderate putt for par. He needs a 1 to 5, and he makes it. And so he becomes sunny because he makes that putt. So he's got back-to-back pars now. And now Rance Aberley. 16, golf cam course. He catches a break and it doesn't end up in the waters. 22 is. Semi-daunting with a dot, though, is going to bite him in the rear end, probably. Par 3, daunting, yes. Clutch putt for bogey. Aberley continues his nosedive. He is 1 to 3, and it's a 5. He misses. Easy bogey putt. And no, easy double bogey, right? It was a daunting hole. That was a clutch putt for bogey. That's a double. And what do we have here? He goes down to -2. 7 back with 7 to play. I'm going to keep playing him, but man, he is basically out of contention by the rules that we usually play by, or by that they recommend. Six over on the last 5 holes for Rance Aberley. That is what you call major bad luck for him. A lot of it has been just the dice not coming his way. Okay, so another tough hole here. Gallatin, I have to stand up for a bit because and I also realized I did something wrong here, so I need to stretch the legs because it's pretty tough sitting on this stool for as long as I have been. I need to take a little bit of a break to let the blood return to my legs. So we'll just take a moment here as we prepare for Gallatin to play his final hole of his final round of the tournament, and a chance to set the score. If he could birdie this, that'd be a -9, and that would in these conditions, that might do the trick. You never know. So Gallatin getting ready to play 18. He doesn't have any chips to use. The 18th finishing hole has every challenge a golfer could expect to face: distance, water, trees, and strategically placed bunkers. Well, everything except 33 there, that's the course card, has 2 rolls. So, on your dice, on your black and your brown, you have 2 chances to get a 14, 2 chances to get a 16, or to get a 26, excuse me. 2 chances to get 34. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 spaces for course. And you've got 3 right there for water, 2 16s and a 22. So you got a fair amount of danger here for Gallatin. He'd love a 6. He'd love a 1. He gets a 3 and a 24. Well, he's going to be in the rough green side, and so he's going to have to get up and down for that -8. And it's a green 6, so it's even tougher. Is he a master? He is not. He's going to have a double difficult putt for par. And to post a -7, he is going to lag. So here is a lag putt for Gallatin. Double difficult putt for par, and he misses it. So that'll leave an easy bogey putt and a tough finishing hole. Oh, and he missed the bat. Oh, no. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. Easy bogey. And Gallatin has a major yip. And so now he's going to have a gimme double, and he does make that, but he will end up at -6. That's not the score that he hoped to post. He will end up in the top 5 most likely, but that is a double bogey on 18. And for his round, that becomes, let's see, he started at -2. And we are going to give him, that'll make him a 66, -4 on his round. 274, -6. So, not so easy putt. That is right, Al. That is right. That is a disaster. Okay, so 17 for Kilo and Henneman. They're long out of contention. Semi-daunting 3 will be a par for Kilo. And then for Henneman, that'll be a par as well. So these guys are just about ready to close it out. Okay, Sears hanging out there at -5 here on the 16th. Hole to maybe get a stroke. Can he find a way to a birdie here and see if he can withstand those final holes? I think he's going to try to hold on. Oh boy, he gets course, and he's in the sand with his second shot. These back markers, or guys that have turned into back markers, have gotten some really rough luck here on this back 9. 45, bunker 2, and 4. Is he chunky? He's not. So he'll have an easy putt for par, not what he was looking for. And he makes that one. So Mays, double cordial 5, that'll be a par. Well, we're coming down to the wire here. Things are starting to congeal a bit. You see 2 guys at the top, and that's about it right now. So Sommers, though, he could still put something together here. He'd like to earn a couple blue chips, though. So this would be a white 6 would be welcome for him. He would take a par here any day. Semi-daunting par 4. Oh, and he gets control of it. That's suitable for him. He's got a decent card. 115, Yeoman or Scatter. He is not. He is utility, though. He's going to have to go to short game, and a green 1 might help him. Let's see. Soft, lofted on the target. Great roll. It is chipped in for birdie. Heath Sommers knocks it down. Soft rating with his irons. It goes in, and he's going to move within 2 of the leaders. Can Sommers charge here and make it interesting? So Soto, semi-daunting 5, that'll be a par. Okay, back to 14, the par 3. Al is voting for a playoff. We will see. That's happened plenty of time. Okay, this water-lined par 3, Laufenberg, 4 behind. He's got to start putting something together here. May not be the hole to do it. 22, golf cam course, and a 3. It's going to be a clutch putt for par. He is semi-gold, could earn a blue chip for a 1-4, and he does. So a par for Laufenberg, and then we got McCoy, who is out of contention. Normal. 6 is going to be a bogey. Okay, your leaders to 13. Here's where we start a stretch of some potential scoring holes, and Lee Song will be, I know it will be Leonard. He birdied 12. No water on this one. But maybe looking for a birdie here out of one of these guys. 15, sand, off the tee, par 4. And a 3. Is he chunky? No. He'll have an easy second putt for par. And we've already seen easy is not guaranteed, but he will make and stay at -9. His playing partner, Yun Lee Song. 35, golf cam course with a 1. Cordial, no. Is he laser? Yes. Clutch putt for birdie. He's got a blue chip. He's going to try and take the lead here. He knows he's going to lose it anyway. 1 to 5, and he makes it. Would have earned a second blue chip if he had trusted, but instead he's going to go to -10. And so now we've got McAdams and Aberley. Aberley is scuffling along. McAdams off the course card 44, golf cam green, and a 1 on the par 4. Challenging, no. Scatter, no. Clutch putt for birdie. McAdams could use this 1 to 3 though. No blue chips to make him gold. In the hole, earns a blue chip and birdies. So one of the guys that started the day as a leader does get his way back into that column. Here is Aberley with a red chip and an ugly score. 15, golf cam course with the decide or die. Yes, it's going to be a daunting hole. Yes, double difficult putt for par. Aberley has to go for it here. Needs a 1. Nope, that's a 2. So double difficult putt for par now. It's going to be a difficult bogey. And a moderate double, 1 to 5. He does make the double, back-to-back doubles, and he is off the chart. See you later, Rance. Wow. So let's reset this with we've really got things. Let's take a, I'm going to stand up. I need to kind of give my rump a little bit of a respite. So this will give me a chance to kind of adjust my leaderboard here. I don't know if we're going to need to add any more, but I might anyway, just because. But this also gets it centered into my shot. So Lee Song at -10. Now where? Yeah, we'll bring out -11. Wishful thinking. -11. So, in theory, we can move this over a little more. So just taking a short little break. This is a bit of a marathon video here because I'd like to get this wrapped up. So, hope everybody's doing well. We're in... Whoop, I've just bumped the camera. Apologize. We're kind of in the zone here, ready to finish this guy out. So, let's get back to 18. This first group of back markers, they're way off the leaderboard. They're going to finish up. We'll play them on the semi-daunting hole, and it will be Kilo first with a 1. He needs to roll the decide or die, and he gets a birdie. So he does birdie the last. That's going to be an even par 35 on the back. 74 total. That's 4 over par. Add that to 207. That is a 281. He's a +1 on his tournament. Luke Henneman, 5. That's a par. So 3 over par on the back. 38 goes with 37. 75. Very ugly round there. 282 +2. These are the highest scores I think I've seen in a tournament so far, which is fun. It's actually kind of nice to have some difficulties. I think we're going to see that when we get to the U.S. Open, or the American Open, and the Championship of the UK with a couple of tough courses. Shinnecock, I haven't played anything with that yet, but I expect it to be tough. And that's our next tournament, Shinnecock Hills. All right, it'll be Darren Sears next on the 17th. Again, we have an exclamation mark, so anything off the course card gets tougher except for clutch putts. He will earn another blue chip and take 2 of them into the final hole, which may be good because he may need them to get control of it if he wants it. So Darren Sears with a par. Mays. Actually, Mays doesn't need any blue chips because he's... And it's a 6th semi-dawning. 6 is a bogey. Okay. Heath Sommers back-to-back birdies to the birdieable 16th. He is 3 behind Lee Song. If he could sneak out an eagle here, he would be right in the thick of it. And he's going to get a special result. 4 means he has control. Trips 6s is a special result roll. Anytime you get trips, you go to special result. And so we've got a special set of 3 charts that we go to when we've got a special result. It can be good, it can be bad. And so we roll 2 dice, and we lose one of them as I drop it accidentally. And then the question is whether or not it can be found. Where? Oh, there's 2 dice down there. How about that? Well, somehow I went looking for the black die, which I found. Also found a white one I lost a while ago, sitting right next to it somehow. I don't know how I didn't see it before, but that's what you call a good day at the office. You know, it's kind of like when you go golfing and you're going looking for golf balls, and or you're not even looking for them. You just go and look for yours, and you find 3 in the rough. So here we go. The special result. This is for a par 5, and let's see. Pardon the lack of picture for a moment. I am still here. What I am going to do is I'm going to give you a zoom shot for this one. There. Here we go. 15. Flubbed tee, recovery. Moderate putt for bogey. Heckling fan makes golfer stormy the rest of the round. So Sommers goes from potential for eagle maybe to he is going to be stormy, and he's got to make a tough bogey putt. So moderate, it's not tough, but it's tougher than easy. 1 to 5, and he barely makes it. So a bogey for Sommers, and that's going to basically poo-poo on his chances. He'll drop back into that 3-way tie with McAdams and Gallatin, who's in the clubhouse. This game, it can be so forgiving, and it can also be so deadly. Soto, double cordial, that will be a par. Okay, Laufenberg now at the 15th. Sommers got, yes. Except he didn't have Bob Barker there to put the old kibosh on him. Okay, Laufenberg with a blue chip. He'll earn a second one. He's going to take a par. He's trying to hang around there and get in. He should finish in the top 10 here, but you never know. And Freddie McCoy. Fast Freddie McCoy. He's also known as the real McCoy. Semi-daunting 4. That'll be a par. You didn't see it, but it's right here, 4. The real McCoy had a really not so good round. Okay, so Leonard and Lee Song. Lee Song in the lead. Water in play here at the par 3 14. He used a blue chip before, so he doesn't have it to play here and try and steer it away from the water. Can he do it? He'll get a blue chip and a par. He could, in theory, try to, let's see. He could attack the green. He'd have a moderate putt for birdie with a green 1. He's going to take his blue chip and put the pressure on Leonard to actually do something at this hole. So, Leonard is going to hold on to his blue chip and hope he can navigate the waters. And a 14, golf cam course. That works out. He is happy with that. 3 on a par 3. Cordial no, daunting no. Clutch putt for par. Can earn a second blue chip if he makes it 1 to 4. Oh, and he loses his blue chip on any bogeys. 2 behind now. Lee Song now an easy bogey putt. You got to figure here eventually Lee Song is going to run into some issues, but now you're starting to get where Lee Song is looking like maybe this will be his 3rd tournament victory of the year. Trent McAdams. Oh, and by the way, there's no way, even if he had used that blue chip to improve to gold, he still would have missed the putt. So here's McAdams on the par 3. Is that right? Did I skip something? Yeah, I did something wrong here. No, I didn't. I just forgot to flip the card. Whew. I was going to say, that was a par 3, right? Here we go. McAdams. Just about worried myself there. Is it a daunting hole with a... So it's going to be off the course. Golf cam course. Green 6 on a par 4. Daunting hole. No, he's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. He is going to use a blue chip. 1 to 5 in the hole. Back-to-back birdies. And he gets to -7, so not quite out of it yet, McAdams. And Aberley is out of contention. So normal 4 is going to be a par. Okay, so the pace should pick up a little bit. We're through with 3 golfers that we've been playing. We're down to 5 groups left. And so that will help with the speed of play here. We should be able to finish this up in... Is that the right? Yeah, that is the right view. Whoops, sorry. My bad. This one. So again, Lee Song at -10. Gareth Leonard with a bogey drops to -8. And basically for young Lee Song, it's going to be driving it home, keeping it between the white line and the double yellows. If you can do that, tournament victory number 3, and he is looking great for the American Open. But you can bet Leonard and McAdams will have something to say about that. All right, Darren Sears at the 18th. He will use a blue chip, roll the decider die. It is not daunting, so he can keep his other blue chip since it's not daunting on this hole. And we got to remember that it's not daunting. And he'll have control anyway. 1-3-5. Well, he had control to begin with. He gained control for himself. 1-3-5. My bad. I had a little bit of a brain fart there. Duffer or puny? Sears is not. Utility he is. Difficult putt for par. The wind. We forgot about that, didn't we? He can't use this blue chip anywhere else. He might as well make it a moderate par putt. Oh, and he misses that. So easy bogey, and that's the end of a not so great round for him. He goes 1 over on the back, 36. 71, 1 over par on his round, and Sears ends up at 276. That is a -4. And he will finish 2 behind Gallatin, who is in the clubhouse already. And now Jeremiah Mays, semi-daunting. 5 will be a par. He closes out. 3 over on the back, 38, and that'll be 74 for the round. Mays, 281, a +1. And now these guys are out of the way. So Mateo Soto and Heath Summers. Summers, with his bogey, is going to lose the honor. It's going to be Soto, semi-daunting, 3 is a par. Now Sommers at -6, 4 behind. No blue chips to stay off of the course card. He does get one here, though. Will accept a par and a blue chip, so he's got a chance maybe to offset that exclamation mark on the 18th. Okay, Laufenberg and McCoy. These guys are basically back markers too. It'll be Laufenberg first. He's going to hang on to those blue chips, and let's see what happens. Oh boy, my hands are getting sticky from sweat down here. 1, 2, 6. He has control. Also has extra control, so the 4 is his friend. 1, 2, 6. Dynamic. He's not dynamic. Direct. No. Not a direct green. Not gilded either, so he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. He's going to hold on to his blue chips. He needs a 1 or a 2 for a moderate birdie success. In the hole. Laufenberg makes birdie. He will join Heath Sommers and Danny Gallatin at -6. And he keeps his 2 blue chips. So strategy, at least for now, pays off to hold on to those until those tough finishing holes. Double cordial for McCoy, and a 2 is going to be a birdie. Rhythm is... Wait, that's not the real McCoy. I was going to say that's Rhythm is a Dancer, but that's not the real McCoy. I forget the band, what they came up with. It may come to me before this round is over, but the only reason I know the band The Real McCoy is that I once had a girlfriend named McCoy. So I got picked on by my boss at my college summer job because of that, and the nickname for the girlfriend was The Real McCoy. So little known fact. Those were the days. Anyway, the 15th here, Yun Lee Song. Here we go. He will earn another blue chip and take a par. He's not going to risk it with a 2-shot lead. He will take every par he can get on the way in. It's going to take some birdies from Leonard. Of course, Leonard, you know, that 16th is a chance for an eagle if you get the right roll. In the woods off the tee here for Leonard on the 45. So, and a 6 is not going to do well. He is a master, though, so he'll have a difficult putt for birdie. A great shot out of the woods in a really bad situation. A green 6 is a bad lie out of the woods, and he does everything he can to get it back into play, and he does give himself a difficult birdie putt. So at this point, he's going to lag this. Double ones would mean a make, no matter what the decider die is, and then anything else except 6s would get him a gimme par putt. And so it'll be a gimme par putt. That's 3 6s means a miss, and he makes it. So Leonard is okay. That's right, Al. That's very true. Okay, back to 14. Little by little, we're working through the rest of these groups, and it's going to be McAdams, who finds himself 3 back. He was in dire straits there for a while. He had a stretch of 4 over in 3 holes, but back-to-back birdies. He'd love to get another one here, but you got to watch out. There is water in play. 26 golf cam course. This should get him a birdie putt in all likelihood. Par 3, 6. Daunting hole, no. And he's not a hacker. He'll have a clutch putt for birdie. He may earn a red chip out of this, but if he gets a 1 to 3, he draws even with Leonard 2 behind. In the hole, Trent McAdams with a birdie, a blue chip, and moves into a tie for second place. Now, Aberley, normal 1 will be a birdie, so birdies from both players on the 14th. And so we are looking like maybe we got a game here. Maybe. Yun Lee Song. Oh boy, I didn't pull this back out. I'm sorry. We'll leave it here for the moment. I didn't pull it back so you could see the rolls. What a poor host. You can leave in the comments and say how bad of a host I am, or you can be nice and make me not feel so bad about screwing it up. Anyway, this is your leaderboard right now. Yun Lee Song, then Gareth Leonard and Trent McAdams 2 back, and then you got that threesome at -6, who are kind of vying for 5th place at this point. I'd say 4th, 5th, and 6th. So, okay, we'll bring it back out here. I apologize that you guys couldn't see the rolls. You guys are probably like, man, how do I know that was legit? It's like, because I'm a trustworthy guy. I want to see these results be realistic, and I don't want to jip anybody. So, Soto here, semi-daunting hole, out of contention. How does he finish up? With a 4, that'll be a par. So he was 4 over on the back. That's a 39 plus a 36. That's a 75. What a round. 5 over par. That's actually not good at all. But that will be good enough to get him 280 even par. Okay, Heath Sommers, who was looking like maybe he was going to sneak his way back towards it, and then all hell broke loose for him. Bogey at the easy 16th, and here is the 18th. He has a blue chip. He's going to hold on to it and maybe upgrade a putt if he can. And a 14, golf cam course. It is daunting, well, semi-daunting. No decide or die helps him out. 5, par 4. Daunting, no, because no decide or die. Is he scatter? He's not scatter. Clutch putt for birdie, and well, he's already gold, so he can't get any better. 1 to 5. He's going to break out of this tie unless he gets a 6. Oh, and he does. Well, there goes his blue chip. All right, well, he's going to finish at -6 unless he misses this easy par. Well, he makes that. That's some mighty poor putting for him over the incoming holes. He's going to be 36 plus 1 on the back. That's a 69. 1 under par for his round. Sommers, that will be 274 -6. That's exactly what we have him at. And, well, I only have room for 1 guy up there, so we'll just leave him there. Okay. Down to 3 groups left. And it's going to be Laufenberg and McCoy at the 17th. Each birdied 16. Laufenberg is going to try and save the chips for 18. See if that helps him out or not. 34. Golf cam course. Right there is water at 35. He just barely misses it. Semi-daunting, no dot will help. Par 4. 2 cordial, no. daunting no, moderate putt for par. So as long as he ends up with a 1 to 5, he will keep his 2 blue chips. Well, he'll have his 2 blue chips anyway, but he'll still be at -6. And he pars, so that is going to suit him well. And McCoy, a semi-daunting 3, will be a par. Okay, we're going on an hour and 20 minutes, so we're accelerating down the expressway of Southern Breeze Golf Course in Memphis, Tennessee, and we have the leader, Yunli Song, getting ready to tee off here at 16. 2 blue chips in hand. Doesn't really want to use them until later if he can help it. And he gets a chance at a free birdie. Doesn't get a blue chip for it. He's going to take the free birdie. That's a special result if it's anything other than 5 or 6 here, but it doesn't matter. Birdie for Lee Song goes to -11. He is having the round of his life on a tough course. And like I said before, he just kind of has to keep it out of the ditch, and all will be well for him. So Leonard and McAdams at -8, 3 behind. Leonard really needs an eagle here to even think about making a charge. Okay, 2, 5, 6. We'll see if that gets him any shot at it. Thinking no, but you never know. 2, 5, 6. Legend? No. Direct green? No. Well, it's going to be a short game check for Mr. Leonard. 2 stone? No, he's going to have a pin shot.
My sister's trying to draw you off her thing, but I want my sister. I think her picture looks off.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to look at it later. Okay.
Really?
I'll take a look at it later. Well, he's going to have a pin shot here, so this will at least give Leonard a chance at a birdie here. We'll see. Not likely, but you never know. He needs a 1 and then to decide or die. He gets a 2. That's going to leave him an easy putt for par. And that is not the result he wanted. Par on an easy par 5. That doesn't really get him very far. Well, McAdams still with a chance. 3 birdies in a row. Let me double check his score here. So he was 3 over on the front. So he went to +5, +6, +7, +8. Or, I mean, -6, -7, -. So he is at -8.
Let me take a picture of you.
Why?
Because my sister can't. Thanks.
Here we go. McAdams. Gotta avoid the water. Gotta avoid the water. Well, it comes off his card. That's a start. 5, 6, 6. Par 4. Legend? No. Is he a champion? Semi-champion? No. Decide or die. That was another chance. But he's... Okay, right now will help. Right now does help because the 6 will check if he's hot. 3 birdies in a row means he is hot. Par 4. Hot, yes. Moderate putt for birdie. Well, he's leaving caution in the wind here. He's using his blue chip. Makes it easy. Needs a 1 to 4. Yes, in the hole. Another birdie for McAdams. He gets to within 2. Is climbing the leaderboard. Can he have enough juice to finish out this round? Aberley here with a semi-daunting 5. That'll be a par. Okay, we are coming down the stretch, folks. Or as they would say at the track, and down the stretch they come. Well, we're going to get rid of these. Well, Laufenberg, we've had some fun with him. He is, this has been a situation. He could end up taking a sole possession of, let's see, Sommers and Gallatin are finished. If he can birdie this hole somehow, he would take sole possession of 4th place, which would be a good finish for him. Definitely a good finish. Semi-daunting hole. what that means is he's going to use a blue chip right now. And we roll the decider die. This tells us whether it's daunting or it is not daunting. If it's daunting, he has to use a second chip to take control. If it is not daunting, he can keep that blue chip and use it on the putt. And it is not daunting. So hangs on to the blue chip. We will put this on 1 so that we know that he has control. And we will roll everything else because we don't have to work. We have to roll the decider die for the golfer himself, not for the hole. The hole has a different decider die check. Okay, so 1, 2, 4. He takes control here on this par 4. Avoids the water, takes it out of play. 1, 2, 4. Oh. Remember that wind? There you go, duffer. Yes, because of the wind, everybody is a duffer. That is a gallery groans. That eats his other blue chip. At least he doesn't end up having a meltdown or having to spend a red chip to finish this out. But let's see. 4. Is he a workman? He's not a workman, so he'll only have a difficult putt for par. So, chances for glory are gone now. He just needs to try and hang on to a tie for 4th. 1 to 3. Oh. And that leaves him with a moderate putt for bogey. And he does make that, but he will finish at -5. So a tough end to that hole for Laufenberg. He played it about the best he could. But the wind knocked down his shot and it just sent him awry. So 36 on the back. A 71, that's a +1 for his round. That puts him at 275, as we said, -5 on the tourney. So even there are times you play blue chips, they don't work. Other times you don't play them and you get nice results. So, oh yeah, Freddie McCoy. We got to finish him out here. Semi-daunting 1. That gives him a chance at a birdie. Does he get the dot? He does. So 2 birdies on the final 3 holes. At least makes his back 9 even par 35. Coupled with a 40 on the front. That's a 75. That's an ugly round. 279. That's a -1 for him. At least he's in... what is that? That's black figures, right? Yeah, black figures, unlike some golfers. And okay, we can take the XC markers off. No more extra control for those guys. I'm going to put them in my little container so I have them for next time I need them. We will move these guys out of the way, and we're down to 4 golfers left and 2 holes. Well, 3 holes, 16, 17, and 18. Lee Song all but has this wrapped up. Is I don't want, he's just got to keep it together. He has 2 blue chips. I think he wants to save those for 18 if he can. He's got to look out for 35, but that's 2 rolls out of a bunch, and 36. Well, he ends up in the woods with his second, so this is not a routine hole for him. Golf course, the course controls it in the woods in 2, and he's got the exclamation mark, which is going to add to his difficulty. Not to mention, the green 6 is like the worst lie that you can have. So a bad lie, second shot in there. What happens? Is he a master? Yun Lee Song is not a master. That leaves him with a double difficult putt for par. And what he is going to have to do now, the exclamation mark cannot do anything to him at this point. Double difficult's the toughest you can get. What he's going to have to do here is he is going to lag. We're using my lag roll. 1s are good. 6s are not good. Anything else is just, it'll leave him with an easy bogey. And that's an easy bogey putt left. Got to avoid double 6s. And he does. But he will drop to -10. First bogey on the round for Yun Lee Song. And that brings McAdams right back into it with a par 5 to play. Also brings Leonard back in. Gareth Leonard, can he find his way to a birdie here and make it very interesting? 23, in the woods with his third shot, and this is going to really dampen his spirits. So par 4, this means his shot for birdie is coming out of the woods. Can he get up and down? Is he a workman? He is not. He's going to have an easy putt for bogey. And he's going to drop a shot here. So, and actually, it's off of the course card. Exclamation mark makes it a moderate putt for bogey. 1 to 5. And he barely makes that. So, bogey from both of these men in this group. And we are seeing the potential for a... You're seeing the potential for a playoff here if, well, McAdams really should get a birdie here if he wants, if this is going to happen, this is the time for him. He doesn't have the best card out there, but it's pretty good. Could be a better putter, but let's see what happens. Double cordial, par 5, McAdams. And he gets a birdie. Don't need to worry about it. White 6 doesn't earn any blue chips by that, but he will get his 5th birdie in a row. He ties Yun Lee Song for the lead with 2 holes to play. And that bogey proves disastrous for Lee Song, as now he's got McAdams back into it. McAdams charging the leaderboard. Aberley double cordial 6. That's going to be a chance at a bogey. Well, he pars it. All right. Let's see, what's Young Lee Song going to post? Is he going to post -10? And then McAdams doesn't have any blue chips to dampen the difficulty of 17 and 18. Whereas Lee Song, he does have this opportunity, and he will do it now. Well, let's see. Yes, he is first. So, again, we check to see if this is a daunting hole. Uses 1 blue chip to... run the check, and it's not daunting, so he will get to keep the other blue chip, and he does get to have control, so he avoids any chance at water. Here we go. Lee Song 2, 3, 5. I think this might be a short game check. Let's see. Par 4. He also avoids the exclamation mark by doing it that way. 2, 3, 5. Legend or Shaper? Yun Lee Song is a legend. So with a semi-legend, he gets the decide or die. So yes, he can't earn a blue chip because he already played one. But he will get a gallery cheers roll. Go to green 2. Is he a champion? He is a champion. He's going to have a gimme putt for birdie. And he's going to post a -11 here, barring some kind of freak roll. 3. If he gets 2 6s, he misses. Here we go. Gimme putt for birdie. Yun Lee Song. And it's in the hole. A nice finish after a disastrous 17th. He ends up 32 on the front, 3 under par, a 66 on his round, and that will put him at 269, 11 under par, and that posts a score that Trent McAdams is going to have a tough time beating. He's got a chance at his 3rd victory on the year. Lee Song's final chip. Well, he can hold on to it in case there's a playoff. But okay, Gareth Leonard. What's going to happen here at 18 for him? He needs a clutch putt for par. The white 6. He's going to go. Yeah, he's going to go for it here. Re-roll the white die. He's going to tack the pin. Tack the green. And he gets a 1. That'll be a moderate putt for birdie. He likes that better than the clutch putt for par, that's for sure. Moderate putt for birdie. 1 or 2 would get him to -8. And maybe get him to forget some of this round. And he missed that. So that'll leave an easy par. And that is a par for him. That is a 2 over par, 37. But he should finish in third place at -7 on the, let's make sure, 71. Started the day 8 under, and so that is a 273 -7. And so we will leave Lee Song there just because he is still in play as far as if there is a playoff. All right, back to 17, McAdams. No blue chips. What he would love here is that white 6 to show up. He could at least get 1 to use on 18. Hey, there you go. Ask and ye shall receive. Okay, he'll take a par. Aberley, semi-daunting 6. That's going to be a bogey for him, and his ugly round continues. Okay, one last chance here. This is going to be McAdams. Tell you what, let's roll Aberley first. Semi-daunting 3. That'll be a par for him. Let's get him out of the way. Oh boy, 1, 3, 5, 4, 5 over 40, 78 for Aberley. That is probably one of the worst rounds I've seen. 280. He ends up at even par. Ooh, boy, that is a disaster. Okay, so we've got Aberley out of the way. It's going to be McAdams trying to get a birdie here. He's got a blue chip. Now the question is, we can do the same thing here for McAdams. But the trouble is, if he spends that blue chip and we roll the decider die and it comes up a yes, that it is daunting, he can't take control of the hole and he's lost his blue chip. So, or what we could do is we could save the blue chip for later, and if he somehow gets, let's say, an easy birdie putt, then he's got a gimme. If it comes off his card. He's going to hold on to the blue chip. Throwing caution to the wind. He's going to see if he would love a 1. A 6 would work, probably 2, although it's not quite as favorable. He would have to attack the green. It is a 2, and that is a 45, and he is in the woods in 2 with a 4. This is not going to happen, folks. Yun Lee Song is going to win his 3rd tournament of the year. Let's see. Let's just play this out. In the woods, in 2, and then a 4 is McAdams is not a workman. A moderate putt for par. He might as well use his blue chip, make it easy. But he's going to par, and he's going to finish 1 shot behind. A valiant effort here on the back 9. That is a 30, 5 under par, but his round was messed up on the front. That goes with a 38, a 68 in total, 2 under par on his round. That is a 270 -10. But your winner in the 2018 Blues Belt Classic is going to be Yun Lee Song for the 3rd time. He won the Masters, the Masterful, excuse me. He won the Players, what do we call that? We called that the, now I can't remember. It's the TPC. We'll just call it that. It's a semi-major. I'm having trouble remembering my own fictitious tournament names. And now he's won the Blues Belt Classic. So clearly he's going to end up in the money lead, the point lead, and he doesn't have the putting, the clutch putting, but he has a heck of a card there. Irons are good. Woods are even better. I wouldn't say even better, but pretty good. And that is your leaderboard. We can see the scorecard here. Here is Yun Lee Song, -11, 269. Trent McAdams just falls short, -10. So One moment as I set up to finish this out. I will be right back. Okay, so just want to thank everybody for hanging in here for an hour and 40-minute video. These tournaments are lengthy to when you play out the final round. Obviously, you know, if you're playing 156 golfers, 2 rounds, and then 70 some, 2 more rounds each, this would take a long time. Thankfully we have tournament mode, but this is how we have to do it. We're playing out 12 golfers and it takes some time, so I appreciate you guys hanging in there. Yunli Song, you know, you come into this season, you know, I look at the cards, I look at the ratings, and it looks like you know, Dustin Emmerich is going to be the guy to beat. And Yunli Song has just really put himself out there and played some very good golf. You know, a 4 under par round here in this one to take the tournament -11. That's great. So Trent McAdams, a valiant effort there in second. But okay, so just want to wrap up by again thanking everybody. Probably going to try and get back here later this weekend into my Stratomatic playoffs for the 2008 season. It's kind of been hanging for a while. Looking forward to the American Open, which is actually, with Shinnecock coming up here in a couple weeks, is actually well placed to kind of head up along with that. So, you know, probably would be something good to get started around the same time as the tournament. So maybe what I'll do is try to sync those up, which means I'll have a little bit of a layoff in tournaments here with this project, maybe, because it might be good if there are people here who follow this tour, to have Shinnecock Hills be on the TV for you to watch if you watch golf at all. It may give you an opportunity to see the holes in action, have an idea what the holes are like in real life, and then see how they translate to the cards, which are actually brand new. This is a new set, one of the new courses that it came out recently. So again, that's great that Play keeps new courses flowing out, maybe 2 or 3 updates a year. Maybe even 4, I'm not sure. I haven't really counted, but it's good to have new sets and new courses, especially when they're temporal and you know, timely as far as tournaments. It would have been nice to have an actual Carnoustie that was Play sanctioned, but instead we'll be using one from the Back to Minnesota site. I believe that's where it's from, and it's going to be tough as nails, I'm sure. Let me check any more questions here. So Al says he's going to be doing that's Al, Red Sox fan. I appreciate him hanging out here. Check out his channel if you haven't before. I appreciate his, you know, we try to support each other as much as we can. We all have lives, and we all have channels. Not all viewers have channels, but most, some of us do, and the ones that do have channels, it can be kind of tough to patronize is that right? Patronize. I think one sounds worse than the other. But to go and watch videos and stuff, and so we don't always get a chance to do that. But Al hung out here on Memorial Day weekend, and I really appreciate him doing that. So check his out. He mostly does computer sims, and so if you're into computer sims, that's a great place to go to see all sorts of games that he's got on the old number cruncher. And looks like he's gonna do one with I guess O.J. Simpson from 1975 against 2016 playoff teams. Good old O.J. So we'll see how that works out for Orenthal James Simpson. I don't know. I guess he's out of jail. The juice is loose, as they say. But anyway, okay, that's a good thought, Al. That's a great thought, actually. Maybe we will do that here in the interim, just as sort of a... So Al suggested a skins game of sort of the top 4 golfers in this league, or in this tour, and that might be an interesting mini project, if you will, mini game. Just see who... I mean, you could probably play that 10 times and you might have 10 different results, but, you know, just for happenstance, it's good to see these guys with different, you know, you've got some guys with great putting skills, and then you got some guys that don't really putt that well, but then they just smash the ball. I'd say Yun Lee Song is kind of in that camp, as is McAdams here. Better short game than Lee Song. Yeah, so I'm going to sign off. Long video, but if you have any thoughts on this or anything you'd like to see, by all means drop a line. I don't know if I can completely accommodate, but I'm also thinking about maybe next steps towards other projects, other well, I don't want to say software. Software is computer. Other gaming media, if you want to call it that. Other games, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm not really in the market yet for it, but talking with Tabletop Earl, one thing that was coming to mind lately has been the World Cup is right around the corner, but unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to get a game until after the World Cup that would be soccer related. But, you know, maybe looking towards EPL season, maybe seeing if I could figure out something. But with the projects I have going on, I'd really like to sort of get some written off and, you know, kind of like crossed off the book. So sorry for the shakiness, but I decided maybe this is the best way to get this video wrapped up, is to grab the phone, or else I'm just going to sit here talking into it for an hour. But okay, again, thanks to all of you. Thanks to the other channels that are out that keep putting out good content. There's really too many to name, but you know, keep checking out guys like Baseball Demos and you know, Stratomatic Delaware. Obviously this channel has pretty regular games, not just the kind of long form tournaments and football games and stuff, but baseball that is pretty quick play. And there's some other ones out there too. Just do some searching, man. Go on YouTube, search tabletop, search Stratomatic, search whatever. Find your favorite game, search on it. Lots of stuff out there that's lots of fun. So thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. If I don't see you sooner, I'm hoping to see you for some baseball. But anyway, we'll keep all of our fallen heroes in mind this weekend as we go forward, playing some games, enjoying the freedoms that they gave us at such a high cost. So all of the veterans that are that watch these videos, also thank you to you as well. But definitely this weekend is mostly thinking of those who gave and paid the greatest price. So that's first and foremost this weekend, but we'll also, like I said, take advantage of the freedoms that we have been given to be able to enjoy this great land of ours where we get to go have picnics or have a beer or roll some games on the tabletop. So until next time, have a great Memorial Day weekend if I don't see you sooner. Thanks a lot.